Well, I could try to answer some of your questions, and maybe it could help, or if you have genuine questions, or you just in there to mock. I don't know. Let's start with First Samuel chapter 15, verse 3. That's the first one you said, but it goes along the line that God commands King Saul to like destroy everything to get the Amalekites and just utterly destroy them. There's two ways to interpret this passage. The first way is that people think it's a hyperbolic ancient warfare language, means to utterly destroy, means to like wipe the floor with them, to defeat them. And we also see that later on the Amalekites are still alive. They're not utterly destroyed like how the text says. So even though they were commanded, they probably took it a different way because the Amalekites were still living after that. And the second way is more philosophical and moral, that the Amalekites were oppressing Israel for 400 years, some say about 400 years or even more or less, but for hundreds of years. So they see it as a moral judgment of God. I kind of hold to the first idea, but the second one is not really bad of a response. In Numbers chapter 31, verse 17 and 18, if you read the narrative, God told Moses to get vengeance against the Midianites and what they try to do to Israel. They try to turn Israel away from God, and they tried to destroy Israel. But they see trying to destroy Israel and cursing them failed. And this is where I talked about what God has blessed, man cannot curse. This is the same mindset. So they tried to destroy them. And so God said to get vengeance for them. But Moses said to do all of those extra stuff that you see in verse 17 and 18. And this is why it's important to know the difference between prescriptive and descriptive. Descriptive is kind of telling you what is going on in the narrative, and prescriptive is what should happen, what should actually happen, or what God actually wants you to do. I don't know if you know that even after that, the Midianites were still alive. Even after that, they were still alive. And this is the difference between prescriptive and descriptive. That is not what God commanded Moses to do. All he commanded was to get vengeance. Because you know why? Because the Midianites tried to destroy Israel and by cursing them.